Good afternoon, everyone. In our today's lecture of Indian Contract Act, we will discuss about one of the essential of Contract Act, which is capacity of party. So, if we talk about capacity of party, it is related to capacity of party to enter into a contract. So, whosoever is competent to enter into a contract is summarized as capacity of party. Section 11 has explained that every person is competent to enter into a contract, but there are three conditions. First, if he is attained the age of majority according to law whichever he is subjected to. Second, who is of sound mind. And third, who is not disqualified by any other law for the time being enforced. So if we go with these three uh, conditions, so the capacity of party describes the competency of parties to enter into a valid contract. So it is deemed required for a valid contract that the parties who are going to enter into the contract need to be competent of making contract. So as the definition suggests, it is very much clear that who are the persons who disqualify from entering into a contract. So these are the persons on the basis of first condition. If a, so the person who is incompetent under the contract act is the person who is age who is a minor in the age. Second, if he is of unsound mind. And third, if he is disqualified from contracting by any law which he is subjected. So in this case, who are the person who is disqualified by any law which he is subjected? It should contain alien enemies, contract made before war, contract made during war, convict of any crime, or a corporation or a partnership firm. So these are the entities which cannot have capacity to enter into a contract. So first we will discuss each uh, uh, each kind of person who is categorized under the capacity of party. So if we talk about the minor, so according to Indian Majority Act section 3, minor is defined as any person who is under the age of 18. And any agreement, and in Indian Contract Act it is mentioned that any agreement with minor is void and he is not liable to return the benefit received under the such void contract or agreement. If he has received any consideration, so he is not liable to return it, or he is not liable to uh, perform his part of obligation. Yes, but also minor can be beneficiary out of a contract. If contract is happen between two parties who are who are major, who are capable of making contract, so the benefit or the consideration can transfer to a minor. Whereas minor can ratify his agreement, sorry, minor cannot ratify his agreement on attaining the age of majority. So if if a person is entered into a contract when he was minor, now he is attaining the age of majority, so one cannot compel him when he is attaining the age of majority to perform his part of obligation, because the contract when it was making, the person was incompetent of entering into a contract, so this kind of contract is void. Next important factor in the case of minor is minor cannot act as a partner. So in a partnership firm also, minor cannot become a partner of a partnership firm. Yes, but also minor can act as agent of major. So Indian Partnership Act prohibited the minors, but uh, in case of contract of agency, minor can become agent of uh, a principal, because in that case the contract happen between the principal and the third party. So there is not negligible involvement of minor in case of uh, agency. Now we will discuss about second category, which is unsound mind person. So according to section 12, a person is generally sound and occasionally unsound can enter into a contract if when he is of sound mind, but he cannot enter into a contract when he is of unsound mind. So unsound mind person include three kind of person. First is lunatic person, second is idiot person, and third is drunkard person. So a person is said to be unsound mind if the purpose of making contract, uh, if he at the time when it is when he is making that particular contract, he is not capable of understanding the uh, formation of contract, or he cannot involve himself in rational judgment and the effect of it upon his interest. So there are three type of person involved when it comes to unsound mind person. First is lunatic person. Lunatic person suffers from an intermittent condition of sanity and insanity. So he is capable of making contract in when he is in condition of sanity, but when he is in condition of insanity, he cannot enter into a contract. Second is idiot person. So an idiot person does not possess understanding power at all. It is considered that idiot person does not understand the capacity, the formation of the contract and the effect of the contract. So it basically it is a permanent condition. So contract with a idiot is a void contract. Third kind of person is drunkard person. So when a person is drunk or intoxicated, so he loses capacity of forming rational judgment during that time. So it also act as lunatic person. So when he is not intoxicated, so he can enter into a contract, but in case of the contract is happening where when he is intoxicated, so such contract is void contract in that case. Now we move on to third category of uh, incompetency to enter into a contract, which is person who are disqualified from contracting by any other law. So there are three categories involved. First is alien enemy. So alien enemy are those country one whose country is in war with India. Second is foreign ambassadors. So foreign ambassadors are representative of foreign country. They cannot enter into a contract, but legal actions can be taken only with the permission of central government. So foreign ambassadors cannot enter into a contract because they follow their own country's law. Then convict person, the person who is in jail for any criminal attempt, so such person cannot enter into certain kind of contract. Next is insolvent person, a person whose debts are more than his assets, so his property will not come into possession when of official when the contract, if he has commit the breach in the contract, so the second party cannot recover his part of consideration from him. So these are the type of person who are not capable of entering into a contract. Even a partnership firm cannot enter into a contract because partnership firm is not a legal entity in eyes of law. So on behalf of partnership firm, the partners of the firm can enter into a contract, but partnership firm itself cannot enter into a contract. So in this lecture we have discussed about the capacity of party to enter into a contract. Thank you.